Now we will talk about the social work school of thought, or the different approaches which are adopted by the professional social workers to address the problems of the clients. Social workers' response to requests for services are embedded in the three types of approaches to interventions: maintenance, therapeutic, and emancipatory. First of all, we will see the maintenance approach. Maintenance approach depicts the conventional aspect of social work, the conventional viewpoint of social work, and its main focus is on individuals' functioning or adaptation to situation, and emphasizes professional social workers to objectively examine a person's circumstances. It's more focused on individual and family relationships and ignores the connection of the problem with the larger whole of the society. We can take an example of if the student is suffering from exam phobia or is unable to sit in the examination hall, so the social worker tries to develop the self-confidence level of the student and provides the counseling to the student. Similarly, in maintenance approach, social workers, if are dealing with the old people, they just try to help the old people, just providing them with the medicines and arranging the shelter homes for them, and tries to address the current needs of the suffering people and pacify the existing situation instead of addressing the problems in the larger whole or the structures of the society. Another school of thought is the therapeutic approach, which is the offshoot of maintenance school of social work approaches. And its principal aim is to enhance ecological and emotional functioning so that a person can handle his or her own affairs. For example, we can discuss an old woman. In her house, the burglars or the thieves entered and she was beaten up by them. So she became very frightened and became reluctant to interact with the strangers and is suffering from social alienation. Social worker tries to counsel that woman or uses the therapeutic approach and develops the self-confidence in that woman and bring her back to the normal functioning. The third one is the emancipatory approach, which is associated with radical social work, and the social work practitioners are known as the social activist. In this approach, the social workers questions the current balance of power in the society and distribution of resources. Social workers identifies the oppressive nature of contemporary social relations. Social workers' responsibility is to address the racial oppressions. In this approach, social workers combines advocacy and lobbying on changing policy and social positions concerned with ensuring the social justice at individual, group, and community levels. And in this approach, social workers seeks to change the structure and the social processes of the community, of the society, where all the left behind segments of the population can get the equal chances to be developed, and the community resources or the societal resources can be used for their well-being. We can take the example of using this emancipatory approach by the social worker is the enactment for the women's rights in the previous days, like Workplace Harassment Act in 2012 and the Women Protection Bill, and the legislation about the minority people. These three school of thoughts have similarities, all are legitimate. All three school of thoughts aim for helping individuals, groups, and communities to enhance their capacity for the best social functioning in the society. And all these three school of thought take responsibility for particular behaviors with certain ethics. And these three approaches make decisions that improve their coping skills. And they also use some skills like interviewing people, making need assessments, and focus on attitude to change and wider society. Emancipatory school accepts the legitimacy of all the three activities. For example, seeing the removal of structural inequalities as essential to ensuring social justice at individual level. Feminist social workers are its best examples. So emancipatory social workers, while using the emancipatory school of thought, questions the injustice which is prevalent in the societal environment, and advocates the democratization process, and tries to provide a social environment in which all the individuals have equal rights to be flourish and nourish their potentials for the welfare of the society and for their own well-being as well.